Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to start the video. It's already daylight out here. February. It's the end of February, last day of February. The weather's already picked back up like it normally does. Can we still get a cold day? Probably, yeah, but nothing that this system can't handle. We're over all that. It's already about 50 degrees in the daytime, 30s at night. We get a couple cold days like 40 at night or 40 in the daytime, 20 at night kind of thing. But that's done and over with. Is the accumulative meter is 2,800 kilowatt hours of stored energy since October the 12th. That's insane. I didn't even think the system made that much all year, let alone what it put into this floor. Crazy. I'm being sarcastic or gaslighting there. I'm not serious, but it makes about 6,000 watts continuously, 6,200, 6,500 continuously through the day. So it makes a lot of energy. The system here, if I had two more batteries, it would be perfect. If I had a bigger hot water tank and the same batteries I have, with two elements where I could, scale the energy that goes into it, that would probably work out just as well. This is an El Nino year where this is like once every 11 years kind of thing, but the weather cycles and the sun cycles are not the same at all. But it's about how often we got this kind of good weather. We had another one in there a few years back, but it just like 1 year. Like this one is going to be a 1 year deal, and then it's going to go back to the other cycle, and it's going to get stupid hot. If y'all don't like it now, I'm sorry. I really am. This is not going to get better. This is only going to get worse until it resets, and that's what is going to happen. As the Earth's core spools up, those blobs grow. One will become like positive, the other one will become negative, or they'll both be positive, and the negative will come out. This is the events that we've been waiting for. This is the Ice Age event, y'all. Every time that we go into an ice age, like unexplained crap happens that we didn't have pictures for, that we modeled all, Kitty Wampus or whatever. A good example of that is the moon. The whole thing, that Earth catching the moon kind of scenario, they don't tell you, but that's like multiple trillions to one odds that happened. Okay, that's not even soft fiction. That's beyond that's impotent fiction. I mean, that's not even realistic, is what it comes down to. But they don't tell you that. There's a lot of things that they don't tell you. Or if you ask, then they ask where your PhD is, kind of thing. But let's not worry about all that, y'all. We are still not hooked up. Don't need it for this year. I did believe I have some wood around the back corner over there, if y'all can see it. I thought about hooking it up for the last few cool nights that we're going to have. Just leave the door open and burn the. I need ash for the greenhouse, and to burn it outside. Ultra sketchy here because of the wind, and they can kick up like at any time in the Highland. So burning outside is really not your first option. No matter what the conversation is, it's just not your first option. But I can put this together, then I can start burning the wood in the fireplace. Is what I'm trying to get at, to get the ashes, and just dump the heat out the front door. But yeah, it's already open to the upstairs even, so we're heating both upper and lower parts of this tool shed. Let me get turned around here. I worked out the math. AI is handy as pants with pockets, y'all. The same kind of element whatever tomfoolery that we did for this is I did um, with the wire with the like it's not nichrome, it's the other one with the aluminum in it. I forgot the acronym for it. But it's going to go around the upper section of this like 4 layers with kale wool between each one of the little coil things, and then it'll have kale wool on the outside with a jacket, a sleeve jacket. Probably with like refractory cement over the kale wool, wrapped in tin foil, and then some kind of an outside jacket kind of deal. The kale wool is going to push all the heat inward, and then it'll just come out through the top and all that, through that sand that's up there. But it'll still allow it to operate perfectly well. It'll still not interfere with the heating elements. This is just a catch dump like this, but just bigger. I need more. Even as nice as this is, I need something else. This would be a great heater for upstairs. It kicks out about 140 degree air. It only uses 350 or 42 or 72. 300, less than 400. I don't remember the numbers anymore. I had a video, it's on the accumulative meter that I was using. It shows exactly what that element uses. And that doesn't go up or down. That's just what the element uses. It'll get it to a static temperature of about 140 degrees within a degree or two. And it's constantly pushing that air out. So it's like a space heater that runs on 300 watts-ish, less than 400. Easy peasy. I mean, just that's it produces heat. I mean, quite a bit of heat is what I'm trying to get at. The overkill, it works really good. I believe I am going to get the bigger tank with the 2 elements. That way it's more finite control on what I need to dump. The elements for the concrete gasifier deal, that'll be something this year in concrete. I want concrete sidewalks outside. My big goal for this year. If I have a pocket full of money at the end of the year, probably a couple more lithium batteries to go into next fall. If I don't get this sold before then, that's always first on the options. Anybody want a solar-powered independent house in Colorado? I would like about $125,000 just to buy the lot next door and to build one that's all on one level. That's what I'm looking for. But at least to finish out this earth. Y'all, we don't got a lot of time left. You can say whatever you want. It's just like people that believe the earth is flat or we didn't go to the moon. You just believe whatever you want or support Trump or whatever you do. Whatever your thing is, go ahead, believe it. But for the ones that don't believe any of that horseshit, is Thwaites Glacier calves in less than 5 years at the best case scenario. What happens after that, at best, a 10-year time frame before the planet resets. It's just, we're that close. I get that all the compartmentalized education, book-learned people that have dedicated their life to memorizing trivial facts, okay? They say it's CO2 in the atmosphere. Oh, yes, that is a problem, okay? It's the core is overheating. As the Earth spins up ever so slightly because the ice melts, it's kind of like a ballerina. It spins faster at the equator. Yes, Earth has gravity, but because of the spin, the 63,000 miles an hour spin with a rim speed of like 1,000 of that, the water doesn't go everywhere equally. When this glacier calves, it's going to add more to the equator, a lot more to the equator than it's going to allow, like even in Iceland. There's places that the water may not change, or this is not. It's going to be different than what they've modeled, is what I'm trying to get at, y'all. And I've seen it for 40 years. I've been trying to tell them the exact same thing for 40 years. I don't have a PhD. Never really cared to have a PhD. And if I'm wrong, and you need to take everything that I say as if I am wrong, and Google it, check it out, run all the facts, the numbers, and all that kind of shit. Because I don't have a PhD. I have a high school diploma from Arkansas. That's it. That's the extent of my education right there. Yes, I did take classes in the Air Force. I took classes after that. I got like mapping and computers, satellites, and data and all that. But not in this field. I'm not educated at all in what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm not wrong. I'm sorry. I thought I was for a long time. The more I looked into it, the more fucking dead right that I am. And that should terrify you, because I've said this to everybody at everything, that I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying this is how I see it. Okay, that has gone from, yeah, I don't believe they got it right. That's what it's come down to. They see a lot of things a little bit wrong, like the Earth catching the moon. If you got to look at all the planet cores, from Mercury to Venus to Earth to Mars, and then this other planet was supposed to be out there, and look at the percentage of the core, how much iron is in that core per planet, okay? If this other planet hit Earth hard enough to knock a moon-sized chunk of regolith into space so it didn't recoalesce with Earth's gravity, but it didn't somehow absorb the core? See, that's where their math is really wrong. There's a whole planet's core's worth of core missing in their scenario. Not only is their scenario like ass fucking backwards, like some child with their eyes over their hands over their eyes going, oh, you can't see me, I'm invisible. No, you just have your eyes closed. I'm sorry that your model is wrong. I've been trying to tell you for 40 fucking years. There's other models that are just as bad. The CO2 model. That the Earth has its own radiator, the ocean. The mantle is filled with alumina that ejects the heat from the core outward into the ocean. The ocean, before we put about 100-foot scum on the top of it, would radiate that into space. It still would if there wasn't 100-foot scum. The CO2 would just be armpit sweating hot, but it would still work fine. It's only spooling up because we put the 100-foot scum across 73% of our oceans, of our planet's surface. It's like putting on a polyester or some kind of plastic, any kind of plastic clothing, and going into a hot sticky sauna or a hot sticky shower room or whatever. It's the same fucking concept, y'all. Pull your head out of your ass. It's not the atmosphere that's causing it to overheat. It's the 100-foot thick cesspool scum that's on the top of the ocean that we've created. This is the problem. If you don't address this problem, all the CO2 in the world is not going to help you. I tried to tell fucking the child with the pointy rock, Elon, okay? He's going after shit wrong. He wanted to, $100 million if you can tell me the best way to sequester CO2. Well, that's pretty simple. 1/8 of all uninhabited land on Earth that's not marginal land is what I'm trying to get at. Ruderalis, not a crop, not trying to make a profit from it, just grown perpetually for the rest of Earth's existence on 1/8 of the land surface that is unusable otherwise with mushrooms. Inoculate the roots of the plants and plant them with mushrooms. That's all it takes. The mushrooms mine for the minerals. They give off the nitrogen. It puffs up our atmosphere. Everything is beneficial in this. After about 3 years, you can plant trees. You can do whatever you want because it's made the ground usable again. And all it takes is just a netting like the Chinese are doing, where it's a 4x4 square, and they roll it out just to stop the runoff. Any amount of stopping runoff is more than enough for hemp. If it gets rain and you can stop it from running off, hemp can grow there. That's just that simple. It can handle UV. It can handle ucky yucky soils. It can handle all kinds of stuff. It's the answer. Okay, but whiny little Karen doesn't want to ever pay up. Oh, if you can feed the world, I'll give you $11 billion. All you got to do is plant hemp on the marginal thing. Problem solved. The seed has more protein per ounce than steak. Problem solved. Pull your head out of your ass and quit demonizing the only thing that can save the terrarium. Hemp growing on that 1/8 of the marginal land is literally enough to sequester the CO2, not all at once, not in 1 year, but grown perpetually, it offsets, it sequesters anywhere up to about 22 metric tons of CO2 per acre if it's irrigated and on good soil, much less on poor, bad soil. But still, the amount of CO2 that it sequesters is just devastatingly, not that's the wrong way to say it, is so beneficial to our situation, it's wrong. Y'all, we have to put the ice back on the polar cap. Hook, crook, and by any means. If it means making one massive tarp the size of a continent raised up and pumping ice underneath or water underneath from the ocean from way down like at 2C, and using the Arctic temperatures to freeze it in place is like a humongous ice skating rink. Whatever it takes. I'm not real keen on putting crap in the sky, trying to make artificial clouds. Now, that is a suggestion. I'm just not keen on it. It's like having the no pee place in the pool. You don't want that shit to get away, is what I'm trying to get at. We have other ways to do it. But we need miles of ice weight on the pole. That's what slows the Earth down. The reason that the moon is moving away and the Earth is spinning up is this is a cycle that ends every 125,000 years with massive planetary volcanism, I think how you say that. And then it resets because the sun is blotted out for about 1,000 years. The oceans cool down. All that shit settles to the bottom. The volcanoes still go off and all that, venting, because the Earth is over kilter. But as it cools, the Earth slows down, the moon comes back. It's been doing this for 4 billion years. We're not going to make the moon automatically go away. There's nothing that's made the moon like tilt out there. These are just mechanical issues between the moon and the Earth, because it has a biaxial gravitational orbit. It's spinning from about 1,000 miles underneath Earth's surface. That's where the center of gravity is on these things. We didn't catch this object. Like I said, with their math is wrong. Their math with CO2 is wrong too. Sorry. I'm just telling you the way it is. I just want to tell you that this did work. We're going to do some things, probably hook this up, and then start burning wood for the last few cool days. So it just is not painful to burn wood to get the ash that I need for the greenhouse. But it has been a good learning thing. We're going to leave it here, y'all. Y'all have a great day, and just understand whatever the length of time it is between now and the Thwaites Glacier calving, put another 10 years of fucking misery. Those are not going to be good years. Horribly bad years. Hotter than fuck, sweatier, humider than fuck, raining like torrentially, constantly. This is not going to be good. Are there going to be places where it's going to be dry? Yes, there probably are, and I pray that I'm there. Because being in the wet, and the rain, and the muck, and the mud in a wheelchair just sucks. I'd rather not go through what's coming, and I see it pretty clearly. Is all I'm trying to get at. But hey, everybody, there's some people that still think that the orange Cheeto is the come again Jesus. So hey, everybody has their own opinion. Talk to y'all later. Bye.